Hey everyone, welcome back to a new video. It's Dummblond here, and I hope you guys are having an absolutely amazing week. Today's video is a little bit different. I am going to be going through my favorite props, and this is the nature edition. Y'all know I like a lot of things, and you know I like my nature vibes. So I'm just kind of going through here some of the kind of like trees and shrubs and things that I really like. I kind of like scanned over the orange ones, but I love those for a pop of color in kind of a sea of green. And these trees here, if you have been on any map of mine, it doesn't matter what map it is, these trees are on it. I think Underwater Labs is the only map that doesn't have these trees, and maybe Echo City. Echo City, I actually used to have a hidden tree that nobody knew about, but that's a story for a different day. I love things that have movement, kind of airiness to them, whimsicalness to them, and good textures. And I like props that have movement. These trees have really great movement to them, and they have that kind of ethereal, kind of like light feeling to them with their like crooked branches, and they're just super awesome. If you notice too, I like a warm palette meaning kind of orange, yellows, kind of more naturey. Those blue flowers are actually the only kind of cool tone that I use, and I only use them for lichen on trees. Even though lichen is a fungi and not a flower, I think from a distance they're not really detailed enough to really like look like anything, so I use them as lichen. This is kind of my original favorite bush here, and I use it as kind of like overgrown things on trees or whatnot. And once again, I like it because it's open and airy. This is what I have deemed the spider bush. If anybody knows kind of my like older stuff, I used to put this around a lot, but it's really great to shrink down and just kind of toss around the floor for some extra texture. I think that's something that a lot of people don't think about. If you have a plain floor, why not like shrink a bush or something and walk around and just put drops on and just add a little bit of texture. It just makes your map so much, it just takes it above and beyond. Now, I've never made a map with cacti in it, but I just think that's really cute, and it's a fat little cacti, and you know, it just works. That flower, I can't believe I only showed it for a second, but I had to edit out the video, you guys. I went on like a 10-minute rant about the flowers in the game. I hate the flowers that we have in the game. Mostly the flowers that we have are literally bouquets that make no sense, and everybody puts them all over the place, and it drives me insane because there are like lilies and like crazy weird things sticking out that look like purple corn and stuff. Don't use, I can't, the flower drives me nuts. We need more flowers, Epic. Corn. I love the corn, gives great texture to floor, but be careful, it's 6 memory a piece, and if you use it as floor covering, it will lag your map. It's great to use for texture, kind of here or there, but be careful, it will lag down your map. This is something that a lot of people might not notice in some of my maps, but the actual corn bundle, I use it as like weeds or different textures. You can see I put a lot of stuff in random trees, especially for my artistic builds. And there it is. I'm using it as like a weed. My ultimate is the grass. I love it, and I only use these 2 shapes. The square, you guys, if you use the square, you will have square grass patches all over the place, and that's not how grass grows. These are more natural and organic looking, and it's awesome, and a lot of people don't think about it, but resize the height of the grass. When you resize the width and the depth, it gets a little funky, not so much of a fan, but the height gives you different dimension. It looks great for underwater. It gives like kind of a different texture. Imagine like a river bend with the like kind of tall grass, and you add like the swamp gallery has the little tulip things. Like that would look really good. classic. I don't know why. I'm like clearing my throat. I have like, I've been drinking coffee all morning. Sorry guys. Roots. I love roots. It's texture. They're fun. They're whimsical. I think I went on another 10-minute rant. I did this whole thing and I recorded it. Now I'm doing the voiceover. You guys, it was like 25 minutes of me sitting there detailing every single prop. I said, y'all don't want to hear this. I'm crazy enough as it is. But when we get to the rocks, you know I'm going to talk about the rocks. I love this kind of like gnarly root. I like to twist it around things. If you actually went into my matchmaking hub, I have it twisted around my name in the actual lobby. Go check it out. It's super awesome. And then come on, you guys. I talk about these vines forever too. These vines are like classic. Who does not have these vines in at least 10 of their maps? They're absolutely great, but one thing I like to do with them that I never really see people do is I like to use them on the floor for more texture. And I know I should have a texture count on the screen because I say texture 10 million times, but to give your maps that extra oomph, that boom, pow, 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 whatever, you need texture. And look at that. Imagine like a thick, luscious jungle. You got your new predator skin. You're running around getting all crazy and you have like beautiful texture on the ground. I love it. This here, you guys, not a lot of people know about these rocks. There are 3 little pebbles. They're located in the motel prefab. It is the smallest rock you can get. So this is great if you're making a little aquarium or something, like little mini things. There's actually rocks now that we can make small. I love the moss covered stuff, you guys know. And these are my other favorite rocks. I know I went to town talking about them in the cave tutorial, but you know me, I love my rocks, and I will actually, like, if the hitboxes were better, I would build an entire map just using these rocks and doing custom terrain. I did do that a lot on Gefeld. Gefeld is pretty much rocks. The entire map is like rocks. I love this one for like a wall. Like, look at that. Like you can make like a cliff wall. This is the same thing, but they're 2 different textures. So one is in tropical and then one is in volcanic. Volcanic's gonna be a little bit darker, but I love the slope to kind of make like a hill running up. And then this is me. I'm gonna go wild here in a second, but you have a stalagmite, which is on the floor, and a stalactite, which hangs tight to the ceiling. If you make a cave, put them above each other like that, because what happens is water drips down from the stalactite onto the floor. It's carrying minerals with it, and what happens is it slowly over time forms a stalagmite. I will preach that till the cows come home. My kind of new favorites are the moss covered rocks. I think everybody loves these. They're great to add texture and it just add a little bit more. Like, I love the moss. I love anything green like that. And these are basically my favorite shapes. One is kind of the crescent moon shape there, and then this one here, it's like a lobster claw, and I like to put the trees inside there to kind of curve it together. But anyways, those are my favorite props. You can see here, this is an old build from a video from a while ago using most of these props. I hope you guys give them a try. If you haven't, enjoy. Have an absolutely amazing week, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!